All right, I think I got it now, right? At least now the microphone icon on the bottom left is not the same. It doesn't look the same. So I think it's the wireless microphone is working now. So let me know if the sound is now on. Finally, that took a few tries for sure. Let's take a look over here. Let me just do these two, and all right, let's all right, so let's turn this private. Okay, so sound, yes, I had to actually reboot the computer before it nothing worked. I have actually two different microphones here, and and neither one was working until a reboot. Well, oh well. Either way, um, we are now back live in Finland. So it's about 11 p.m. So I'm still here, only for a couple more days. I'm pretty much getting ready to go back to the US. However, I wanted to do a live stream. Yeah, exactly. Third time's the charm. Tell me about it. That was kind of annoying because nothing was working until reboot. It was the reboot. Hello. So, hello to the US. So, the reason why I wanted to do the live stream because I had a couple of these long drinks left that I wanted to try that I did not try yet. They've been just with me for like a couple weeks here. So, now is pretty much the chance to actually go and try them out. Actually, originally I had plans of getting something else too, maybe getting some pastries or something like that to try, but I never got around to it because the place was closed on Sunday. So I guess it'll just be a long drink. Maybe I'll find something else to talk about too. Let me just quickly. So I heard that in the US they actually have a new long drink flavor now out. So I gotta try that when I get back to the US. Um so like I said, I have two different ones. There's a half long drink twist. I don't know what the twist means. I guess it's a twist of lemon. Who knows? I think because it's already grapefruit flavored, so does it need additional lemon? Um, let's try this one first. No sausages today, though. I think I'm all sausaged out. I had so much of it uh, in the cabin and everything. Yes, okay. So this is the cough long drink. Oh, you know what it actually says on the top? I didn't notice that. I tasted it. I was like, wait. But if you look at I don't know, it's a little glaring. It says pineapple, strawberry, lemon. That's quite a mix of flavors they got in there. Mostly, I think I'm getting mostly strawberry in here. No, scratch that. I do get a little bit of pineapple too. Pineapple is a super popular flavor in Finland right now. It seems to be dividing opinions between my friends whether they either love it or hate it. So I tried it. I think did I try it in a live stream? I already forget. I think I did, and I thought it was just okay. I was kind of indifferent about it. Yeah. So anyway, So when the sound was not working, so what I was telling up in the background over here, you may see just the rooftop over here. So I'm in the great city of Turku, Finland, and this building behind me, it's now a hotel. It used to be a prison. Um, and it was a very notorious prison too for a long time. And funnily enough, it's almost the people were saying that it has the best views of the city, and it does because it sits on top of a hill in Turku, and you can pretty much see the whole city from various viewpoints from it, and it's only it's pretty much, I would say, halfway between the harbor and the city center. So it's kind of like an interesting place. So if you're in Turku, definitely check out the hotel. I have not been in the hotel. It's pretty new though, but I've heard that it's really nice. I mean, how often do you get to stay in a prison? At least, or how often do you get to pay and stay in a prison at the same time? Yeah, there's a lot of long drink flavors in Finland right now. I was kind of overwhelmed by the selection, considering that it used to be that there was pretty much just the blue one in grocery stores, and then they had the black one, which is the strong flavor in liquor stores, and I think that was pretty much it. That was pretty much all the only choices you had. So now there's tons more, but I can't help but think that at the same time, it's just like they pretty much slap the name long drink on pretty much any kind of. They take fruit and add carbonation, add liquor, and they call it a long drink. I guess that's might be a definition of long drink. Let me see what's in this. This one does actually have gin. So my gripe with a lot of these is, oh, okay, yeah, oh, fever tree grapefruit. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't tried the Fever Tree grapefruit. I love their tonics though. They are really good. My favorite tonic from Fever Tree is the elderflower. The elderflower tonic is super nice. So my gripe with a lot of these long drinks is that you can't really taste the gin. I mean, some people that might be a positive thing. I kind of like gin flavor, so that's why. That's why it's kind of a weird thing that they seem to just like slap the label on pretty much any kind of a uh, alcoholic soda. Really, I think that's a long drink. Um, yeah, the elderflower, especially well, yeah, the elderflower tonic with some gin. I think that works really well. I like elderflower in general. How come that's not more popular in the U.S.? Um, that might be a little bit of Nordic flavor too. The Swedes like it a lot. Of course, IKEA sells the um, elderflower like the concentrate, which is really nice. And that's pretty much it. There used to be an elderflower soda in Finland too, Fanta, elderflower and lemon. I think it was years ago, not anymore. So that one is gone. Yeah, Saint Germain. Saint Germain is nice too, for sure. Favorite gin. Usually, let's say the typical ones, the ones that you get, at pretty much any bar will have is probably going to be like Tanqueray or something like that. But of the some of the non traditional ones, the ones that they wouldn't have at a bar. Let me think. Yeah, Hendrix isn't very easy gin. especially if you are new to gin. That's like super easy to drink, and the cucumber flavor. And you know what I like is Hendrix is um they have new Hendrix flavors out. Um, what was the one that I had? One that had like a greenish, bluish greenish label. I forget what it was called. Hendrix though, and that one was I thought that one was super good. Yeah, the elderflower syrup from IKEA is super nice. Especially if you have it with like um, even with just soda water. Oh, hej på dig också till Vasa. Hey, that's not how you spell Vasa in Swedish. Ja, jag talar svenska också, men min svenska är dålig. Den svenska är dålig eftersom jag har levat i New York för 20 år. Was that good enough? Was that understandable Swedish? I don't know how many Swedish followers I have. Maybe a couple. Those who speak Swedish. Hej på dig. Vad händer och fötter? That's what I know of Swedish. Hello to New York. I'll be coming back to New York soon. I heard it's a little bit warm in New York. Maybe elsewhere too in the U.S. Slightly warm, just a little bit. Um, the weather over here, it's been kind of weird. It's like right now it's cloudy. It's been like it's rained, then it's been super nice, like really warm, sunny. Then it's rained again. So it's like, and even in the same day, it can like rain in the morning, and then it's been really nice weather in the evening. There's been like a mix of all kinds. So I think it's going to warm up over here next week too. Just like I heard it's going to warm up in New York too, if it can get any warmer. I think I saw that it was going to be like 98 or something like that in New York. Hopefully, that's not going to affect the flight though, because sometimes there's going to be a little bit delays because of thunderstorms, especially in the evening time when my flight is supposed to land. So the trip's been pretty interesting. I did not get to go to as many restaurants, for example, that I wanted to. I actually did not go to a lot of Finnish restaurants, but I did get a good share of the basic Finnish stuff that I think it's really what I enjoy the most, which is of course rye bread, salmon soup, well, sausages, um, uh, hand pies, meat pies, sausage and fries, Finnish style pizza. That's always good. Um, has has anybody here? One of my favorite toppings on pizza is tuna. Has anybody here on live stream ever tried tuna on a pizza? I think that's really super. I think it goes well because it has like tuna has a lot of umami, I think, and what it does. And then there's the umami of the tomato sauce and the cheese, and I think it just goes really well together. So then, oh, and pretty cool too. Maybe I'm not gonna divulge all the details yet, but I did a collab with another Finnish YouTuber. So hopefully you'll see that video out soon. And last night, I got to take a cruise on a sauna boat, which was super cool too. So hopefully I got some good footage out of that. So I'll have that out as well. Once I get home, once I get settled, I got to start editing all my stuff together. Yeah. So that's how the trip's been, pretty much. Nothing trying to think what would be the 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 highlights of the trip over here. I had a Fourth of July barbecue with a bunch of friends that I know from New York, actually. That there were two couples that live or lived in New York. So I thought that was super cool. We celebrated Fourth of July together, and and we had a pretty good time. Yeah, I do have. You know what? The list has gotten smaller and smaller each year, just because I make a lot of the stuff myself. So there's really very few things that I really cannot get in the US. A lot of the stuff I can either make myself or I order it online too. That's a good resource for a lot of the stuff. But I went to the grocery store and I looked around and I found some interesting new flavors. Specifically, I found some. Oh, I wish I had them right now. They're in luggage. Um, some cookies, Domino cookies, which I'm gonna bring back. Which was it was a cardamom flavor. I love cardamom. What Finnish person doesn't love cardamom? Uh, so so yeah, I could do a review of Finnish snacks, probably of the stuff that when I come back to New York. Yeah, maybe you know what I'll do is I'll do like a um, Finnish snack haul or something like that. I weighed my luggage today, and I still have like 3 kilos left of space in my luggage. So maybe I'll go to the grocery store and get like 3 kilos of I don't know, whatever, and see if I can bring them back to the US. One other thing that I found in here was I went to the grocery store and I found so I have a video of Viili, if you're familiar. It's like a Finnish fermented milk product, kind of like yogurt, but it is uh, different in several ways. So I was in the store and I found some really nice Viili. So if you watch my video, you'll see the Viili that I have, and I recommend that you can just get it from Amazon or something like that. But this Viili has was made from non-homogenized milk, and it had a very thick top. So if you've ever had Viili, you know what the top is like, and that's super important. When in a good Viili, it develops this very thick crust-like top on yogurt. So that was kind of interesting. I haven't seen that in a lot of the popular brands at all. Um, yeah, Finnish cheese aisle is super big in the grocery store. I've been eating a lot of Oltermanni, which is kind of like Havarti type of cheese. And of course, Havarti is available in the US too. So it's like, and there's no point in bringing it back to the US. Fortunately, bringing cheese back to the US is actually permissible. It's not a restricted item, but I'm not sure about bringing cheese. Maybe I'll go to the grocery store tomorrow and check out if there's anything super interesting. The most common Finnish cheeses are Havarti, Edam, and Emmental, which is like a Swiss cheese. Those are like the most popular Finnish cheeses. I kind of like how the background is, how the sky is turning darker right now behind me as it's getting well, it's only 11:30. 11:30 right now. Um, yeah. So again, this long drink, it's all right. That one is, yeah, maybe a little. a little bit too sweet, perhaps. Um, but these are super popular for summertime drinks. Oh, and the other thing that if you end up in Turku, if you're ever in Turku, take the river cruise. They have these uh, barges, boats that go up and down the river. It is like 5 stops. It costs a few euros, maybe like 5 or 10 euros to get in. And you can sail on it back and forth as many times as you want. And there's a bar on it. There's bar on the boat, and especially if it's a nice day, you can just like cruise on the river up and down. You can do a little mini sightseeing tour even on them because you'll see a lot of the total sights from the cruise ship. So you know what's actually what I was thinking of doing a video on. The marmalade reminded me of that. So in Finland we have this thing called fruit and berry soups. So they come in cartons, kind of like a milk carton. It's basically just a thickened um, berry or fruit juice that you eat maybe with some granola or sometimes maybe even with cream of wheat or rice pudding or something like that. I think that's. I think I should do a video on that. I have not introduced those yet. So they come in, blueberry, strawberry, that those kind of pretty standard flavors, but the texture is more like a. It's not quite. It's not. How should I say? It's not as thick as what would be the next step up, like jam. It's pourable. So, I haven't really. I don't think Finns really eat. Do we eat that much marmalade? I feel like that's not that common, especially not in like not on a say for example on a piece of toast. For example, we don't do that much at all. Marmalade. All right. So, um, so who else is in Finland? What's your do you have any favorite food products that when you're if you're if you travel to Finland that you always have to have? I definitely have my share of those, but you know what, a lot of times I've just learned how to make those myself too, so they don't necessarily always feel that special anymore. I think it's a lot of times the location, that specific place, because it's a specific restaurant that I've known for years. Oh, the jelly candies. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. All those. Yeah. I know what you mean. Um so Candy Isle in a Finnish grocery store. That's always they have a lot of different stuff. And no, most of it is not salmiakki. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. They do have some new flavors, at least I think they do. But like jellies and gummies and candies like that are super popular in Finland. Probably more popular. Well, in the U.S., the only gummies you really get is like the Gold Bears, the Haribo Bears, and you know those are probably pretty much the only gummies you get at the store. Yeah, yeah. Salmiakki ice cream is definitely. I wish I could bring some in. Um, I don't know how to make it travel though, but yeah, salmiakki ice cream is definitely a thing. In a couple of different flavor varieties, rather. I've seen, well, they sell it at scoop shops. That's a pretty common one. But then also novelties, some like novelties. One interesting ice cream flavor that I had was pine flavored um, ice cream. It was a little bit disappointing though because I didn't make a video of it because I felt like the pine flavor it wasn't too pronounced. If you didn't tell it was pine, I don't know if I could have picked it up from the taste. It was all right. The ice cream was good, but as far as pine flavor, super refreshing pear flavor, and I like that a lot. That was a nice surprise. Berries are very common in ice cream. One particularly is this cloudberry ice cream, which is kind of like a Finnish thing. That was actually one of my mom's favorite, just cloudberry ice cream, and of course, then the usual chocolates. Peanut is not very common in ice cream at all over here. Actually, no peanut candies even. Um, a lot of times it's more hazelnut if there's any nuts in it. Yeah. Oh yeah, terva flavor things. You know what? I feel like those are not quite as common as terva. Like what they say, they put that on everything. But a lot of times I felt like it was kind of like just adding barbecue flavor to something. They had, oh yeah, terva liquor, terva vodka. Maybe I should see if the liquor store has that. Um, but it's kind of like just taking vodka, adding barbecue flavor to it, which might not be the worst thing in the world. Taking a little bit of vodka, adding, well, they have, except it's made with